Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video, and today I am finally back out here in the woods, and for the first time this year going to finally go hunting. I have the Savage 110 Trail Hunter chambered in 350 Legend with me, and hopefully today or this weekend we're gonna have our first opportunity to get either a pig or a buck with this rifle and finally try it out. Now, before we head out to the woods, I want to do a quick overview on the rifle, answer some questions. If you want to see a more in-depth review and more in-depth details, I'll go ahead and leave a link somewhere up here for you. Anywho, what we have is an 18-inch barrel. This is a shorty rifle. Since we're hunting 150 yards or less, I don't need a 22, 24-inch barrel. It's just not necessary. 350 Legend, the straight wall cartridge, while it's not required in Alabama, it's readily available because few people hunt with it. 150 grain projectile is going to be plenty. It's relatively low recoil, but it's got plenty of power down range. Got a Cerakote barrel, got a Hogue rubber stock. This thing is great for slippery conditions. This should be a true all-weather rifle, the whole reason I picked it up. 6 Saur scope on top, 3 by 12 by 44. Relatively inexpensive optic, but it's been effective. And then right here we have a camera. This is going to be the scope cam. 2 4K. This is going to be for filming shots right over the top of the scope to give me that really nice picturesque video that looks like it's coming from the scope. As far as ammunition, 150 grain Deer Season XP Winchesters with a solid point instead of a blunt point, and that gives me a little bit better range with this cartridge, so if I needed to stretch it out, I can. With all that being gone over, it's time to go ahead, get our stuff packed, and head to the woods. December tends to be a bit of a lull period in our area, so I managed to see a few small bucks, some does here and there, and some pigs, but generally speaking, it's kind of difficult as to where you want to hunt. Normally in November, you want to stay near the acorns and the hardwood. December, on the other hand, those acorns are usually starting to rot, so it's kind of a guessing game as to whether you should go sit somewhere on a ladder stand or go into a field. Well, either way, I did have a little bit of game coming in, got to see some does, small bucks, a pig here and there, although not extremely active. Not to mention the weekend I did get to go in December. It was pretty darn warm, which doesn't help things. And even sitting in the woods, they were rummaging a little bit, although not nearly as active as they have been. But that will hopefully change in January. After a month-long hiatus, I'm finally back out here. Unfortunately, didn't get it done about a month ago, so hopefully we're going to be able to get it done now. The next several weekends, I will be up here pretty heavily, but the main goal is still just to try out the rifle, so if we get an opportunity to do that, we're going to take it. However, I would really like a deer at this point, because we have about a month and a couple weekends left in the season. Got a good, decent 6-point at the feeder. Nice tall rack. If he'll go sideways, we're going to take him. That's a good quality buck for down here. Hard to find him that size. gonna have to track it a little ways. It's definitely on me. It's definitely further back, so at this point we're just gonna take some time, do our best to recover it, and get a good look at it. Definitely a 6, possibly a 7 point. Taller racks. But down here you got small parcels. If you see a decent buck, if you don't take it, somebody else will, or the flood waters will. So you just take it. Alright, 15 minutes and then we'll go take a look for it. Last night I went looking for blood, and as soon as I got close to where I'd shot him, I bumped him and he started moving again. Whenever you run into any situation like that, best thing, just leave the area as quietly as possible, come back the next day. Well, here we are about 15 hours later. Came back here. It was plenty cold last night, so I didn't have to worry about the meat spoiling. And sure enough, even though there was very little blood because it was a poor shot placement, we did end up finding him by doing a grid pattern search. Here is this guy. As mentioned, I should have done better on that shot, but the 350 Legend still brought him down, and actually less than 100 yards from where he was initially shot. And we have a decent 7 point here. Now, in our area, we got a lot of small parcels, so if you don't get them, somebody else definitely will, but check that out. Not a bad little rack right there, especially down here in the swamp. Good sized deer. Neck is thickened up a little bit because they are probably about to start mating soon and rutting, but I'll take them. Once again, 350 Legend, first deer I've taken with it. It did a good job on a pig the other day as well. Unfortunately, didn't get that one on video, but I'll throw a picture of it up here. But not a bad 7. One last look at this guy. Again, decent set of horns for a swamp buck. At least for our area. Again, small parcels. Someone's going to get them. And the rifle that got him. Savage 110 trail hunter, traveled in 350 Legend, and pretty forgiving considering the shot placement. He only traveled about 100 yards, but I still think doing the right thing, just letting him lay low for a little bit, let him expire, came back and got him this morning. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to share, like, subscribe for more. And as always, thanks for watching.